Well, today's video is going to be a lot about survivor vehicles and the statement, they're only original once. And that's a huge statement. It's a very important statement. And it's something in our business that just keeps on resonating more and more. Now, most people know that we could take any vehicle and turn it into anything. Like this Suburban here, we were very close to making it a crazy project. But we have taken the time just to post it as is, which we'll have to do with more vehicles more often these days because we are overwhelmed and cannot keep up. If we stop today, we probably have years worth of work that we could just keep on plugging away with just the stuff we have backlogged. This camper, we'll get it out of the way real quick, then we'll get to the good stuff. Look at those bungee straps right there. Those are the original bungee straps that hold the top back that you pop up, because it's a pop-up type deal. The table still has the strap with the buckle holding it in, the button. And the pole still tied up over in the corner where it's supposed to be. Now, a lot of this is just going to go in one ear and out the other because you guys love lift kits and all kinds of other stuff. And y'all are my modified guys. Y'all the guys that love the modified stuff. We have bungee straps that don't last outside on our banners more than a week. Matter of fact, we just had to take the banner down after 2 weeks up top because they just fully fell off. They ripped and tore. These are 40-plus-year-old, and they're still here. They're still intact. All right, let's get away from this one. Let's get to some fun stuff. We'll get past this one. This one's still pretty cool, but I know I lose y'all's attention with Fords, but fully original paint, fully original trim, super cool truck, and it is a Ford. But again, you look at stuff like this and it's cosmetically not pleasing, but it's original and it's proper. So we showed you guys, and I'll show you this one because this one will be coming up for sale. Unfortunately, the blue and silver Chevy has sold. This one here, 88 R10 Suburban. Single family owned since new. Accessories include the side steps, which were installed at the dealer, the mud flaps, and the vent visors. Other than that, this truck is 100%, not even been washed by us or vacuumed. Original, even the buzzer works. And a lot of this stuff, guys, we use these videos, and I know some of y'all do too, because we'll take and scroll back on these videos and we'll zoom in sometimes if we're doing a truck. Say we're doing a restoration, and we want to make sure, did they use black screws or silver screws? I mean, I know there's other examples. They just don't come to my mind. That's why I'm going, ugh. But this truck was pretty odd because it is a Silverado with power locks that do work at all doors, like they should. We did have to lube them up a little bit. Manual windows. That's unusual. And that's probably better because we all know square body windows did not work good electric. Those work great. Got a little bit of looseness to the elastic here, which will be taken care of. The full fitted floor mats in the floor still. Again, Alvin will make those look like brand new. Slightly torn by the gas pedal there. Carpet, absolutely perfect and original. And 81,000 miles. Automatic overdrive and fuel injected because it is a 350 TBI. Let's look at the seat belts. You got one little dinger spot in the seat right there. But other than that, all original. Now, an OE restoration could be done on something like this. It's not a problem. But to find one, and we do have some stuff in it because we came back from an event. We have not even cleaned the door jambs. And I like doing these videos beforehand because somebody's going to say, oh, y'all just cleaned it up and made it look better. No. We just cleaned it up and made it look like it used to in '88 because it's that nice of a freaking truck. In the consoles, a little bit of touch-up paint. Factory radio. The box for the aftermarket radio with a iPod hookup, which is in the glove box. Also in the glove box, we'll go over there, is all the original documents. Now, the only detrimental thing to this truck is the water-based paint that Chevrolet started using, changed their process in these years, has started to come off of the top of the mirrors and some of the spots on the hood. Easy repaint, But we don't want this truck to have a repaint. There's no need having a repaint and then somebody think it's just a fixed up older truck. It's not. It's an original truck. Oil change information, owner's manual, warranty paperwork, everything you could ever want in the glove box. And there's your iPod hookup. And there is your spid sheet with options. Now, it's not as cool on these newer ones because you got to decode all this. You can't read it like we do on those 70s models that I love to do for you guys. What an awesome specimen. Now, this truck, somebody might want to lower it. We tremendously were thinking about lifting it and four-wheel drive converting it. It is a R10. I'm going to say that again, R10. And now you guys can correct that you think that's right or wrong. But it is an R10 1988 Suburban Silverado. And here's another cool feature. Barn doors. Now on to the diesel. Another extremely original specimen. Another 80,000 mile unit. And another absolutely awesome. Now we have the door pockets off because I'm tightening up the door pockets. Purchasing customer didn't even ask about that, but we are doing it. I just wanted to make it as perfect as possible. Headliner, plush seat, carpet. And you look at the carpet, if you know what you're looking at, you can definitely tell aftermarket from factory. Super cool. Also got the factory radio behind the seat and an aftermarket in the dash, just because people like the iPod or the Bluetooth, like this one's a Bluetooth feature. Also an original dash. Also original paint and a fully original undercarriage. This truck is so original. It still has the original mufflers with the GM stamping on them. And what a clean undercarriage. The part that impresses me the most is the top side of the bed. It's just crazy nice. So yes, they are still out there, guys. Now this one, you're gonna say it's not original because of the lift kit and the tires and wheels. You're correct, but that's bolts and nuts. That's 2 hours in the shop, and this truck could be completely OE original, factory springs, steel wheels, and hubcaps. No problem. No problem whatsoever. But would it be this cool? I don't know. Some people would think so, some people wouldn't. I love that. And a lot of you guys are gonna love it. This truck in stock form, also super cool. But now it rides better. The gear ratio is better for actually getting out on the highway. And let's talk about that real quick. What do you mean, JW? What do you mean when you say it's better for the gear ratio to have a taller tire? This particular truck, 3/4 ton, had a lower gear ratio. Back when this truck was made in the 80s, speed limits weren't 70, 75, and 80 miles per hour. They were probably 50 and 55. So you didn't have to go so fast. When you try to go that extra 20 miles an hour or 30 miles an hour, this truck is zinging the RPMs. So by putting the taller tire, this is moderate, but taller the better actually, you get more reduced RPM. So if this truck's turning 3,000 miles trying to run 75, now it probably turns 2,500. Still a fair amount. And I'm just guessing at those numbers. A little bit taller, you might get it down to 2,000. The lower the RPM, the better the cruise rate. And the more it's gonna like it. Like it's gonna be better on fuel. It's gonna be easier going down the road. Everything's gonna be smoother. But what an incredible specimen. I just don't think people realize when we look at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trucks a month to find them like these two or these three or these four, how cool it is. Just those little bungee straps. They've lasted all that time. That means somebody took care of it. Now this truck's rusty. It's not perfect. This one's not. And of course this one's not. You just saw everything underneath of it. If it was a rust bucket, those mufflers wouldn't have lasted that long. These tailpipes and these tailpipe hangers would be long gone. And if somebody abused the truck, the top of this bed would not be so crispy fresh like it is. So, awesome stuff, guys. I love when I can bring you these, and it doesn't happen very often, but absolutely love it when we can. We got in a Black Widow edition truck. Don't see these very often. Alvin's getting a good detail done, but diamond stitch interior with some velour right here. Big screen. It's a pretty late model F-150. I haven't done the check-in on it yet, but great looking truck. Just put 4 brand new Toyo tires on it. These are the all-terrain open countries. Fox shocks. Just got the front end alignment. Got the red caliper covers in the back. Good looking trucks. We've had a lot of Chevrolets in the past. And only a few Fords in that Black Widow package, but it's basically a factory lifted package from the dealer. Dealer sends the truck to them. They do the equipment. They send it back. And comes with a lot of additional warranty, which is pretty cool. So people do like them because they feel like it's kind of like a factory lifted truck. You got to use that word loosely. It's not a factory lifted truck, but it is sold new from the dealer that way. No different than if we took that truck right there. Human hands would still lift it. Human hands would still equip it. But because of the fact that they're bonded with the manufacturer, they can stand behind the warranty a little differently than just a normal place can. So anyway, still kind of cool. All right, so what else is happening today? My man is on the photograph game right now, getting it done. This one here, I told you guys I've been driving it, and it ended up needing a sensor repositioning, something you don't really think about when doing an LS swap, but the sensor placement on this one caused a little issue, and I'm glad I drove it. So if you got it accelerating hard on it, it would actually set a check engine light. And that's because one of the sensors was pulling air stronger across it than where it should have been. And it actually affected the mass airflow and idle air control, maybe. I'd have to look back in my notes, but it did screw a couple things up. And it definitely affected the running. So had that relocated into a different spot, and now it's pulling proper and it's running proper. It runs actually really freaking good. So this is the hauler, square body. Super freaking cool truck. And yes, the palm trees are still alive for those that ask. Doing really good. They like this sunshine and this occasional rain. I guess they feel like they're in Florida still. We got a nice little breeze. And for those that give a crap what the weather's like, it's in the 80s today. It's not scorching hot. We do have a bunch of trash and debris. Usually Calvin makes a full lot walk every morning and picks up a ton of trash and debris. This morning I had him on a couple other projects, so he'll get back on that tomorrow. But give y'all a little quick tour around the lot here. Don't know that and actually me and Daniel were just talking about this truck. It is 40s. Got to find some tires. These tires have good tread, but just like any Toyo, Nitto, BFG, anything else, they get dry spotted, dry cracking, dry rotting, whatever you want to call it, in the little tread crevices. So see if I can get a break into action and get across the street and show you guys. If not, get back tomorrow and I'll show you guys what's going on across the road. Everything's finally back and unloaded. Raymond has been picking a few up, wrapping up a Ford project. Actually gonna tell you guys a little bit about Ford with Dave and a couple of filters that you guys probably are forgetting to replace very commonly that are a problem on a Ford, Chevy, or Dodge, or BMW, or anything that's a diesel actually. Just had to replace them on a Mercedes too. So I'll tell you guys about that. And video a minute with him if he doesn't yell at me. He does not like being on video as much. And Mike's got a couple commercial trucks pending. Got to help him with some paperwork and get that knocked out. And another utility truck has arrived.